What's going on, everybody? This is the Rogue Ranger here, wishing you all a wonderful time and coming at you with another video. So after seeing this topic come up pretty often, I thought I'd add my own opinion into the mix, which is that I think the answer should have been pretty obvious. It's definitely Luffy. Now, this isn't bias, which some who've seen that my channel's content is mainly One Piece for now will accuse me of. It's just my opinion that I've deduced from research. Though both the stories they come from are very different with contrasting tones and different themes from each other, both characters are similar in that they have indomitable wills, childlike sense of wonder, and of course their main goals of seeking out freedom. However, it's their differences, especially their takes on freedom, that led to my decision. With Luffy's more positive approach as a liberator and Eren's very negative approach fighting for his own sense of freedom no matter the cost. Eren pretty much disqualifies himself from competing against Luffy once he said this.
俺とあんたが同じだと思ってたようだが、間違っている。他人から自由を奪われるくらいなら、俺はそいつから自由を奪う。
That right there, becoming an oppressor is something Luffy would never do. Let me reiterate. Luffy is a liberator. If it's within his power, he will help liberate those he admired with the will to seek freedom themselves. To the people who choose Eren, I don't know if it's a bias towards Attack on Titan or you all just not understanding the question, but to represent basically means to stand for or symbolize something, whether it's a person, thing, or even just a concept, an idea. How can Eren be a better representation of freedom if he's ready and willing to do the opposite and become an oppressor? That's like if you're in court and your lawyer who represents you says stuff that goes against your interest that can cost you the case. That makes them either a very bad lawyer or they're not truly representing you. Going against the concept of freedom itself is something Luffy's character doesn't do, as he dislikes oppression to the point of even rejecting becoming anyone's boss or ruler if it comes at the cost of his own or another's freedom. Attack on Titan even tells us outright that Eren is a slave himself. Not to another person, of course, but to his own desires and nature to seek freedom. Despite everything and even risking his friends' lives, the very ones who he claims he's doing all this for, he still puts his pursuit of freedom over everything, starting the rumbling. As Eren could see the future, he knew his actions would lead to Sasha's death and still did it, prioritizing his goals either way. On the other hand, Luffy is willing to put aside his goals and desires for those he cared about without second thought. At the most extreme case, both One Piece and Attack on Titan have a singular timeline where the past can't be changed, but the future can be viewed. However, in Attack on Titan, the future can't be changed, though this, in my opinion, is debatable as Eren is the last successor of the Attack Titan. The future he sees is unavoidable due to present Eren giving into his future self and his unwillingness to see freedom through something other than the rumbling. While in One Piece, the future, including one's own fate and destiny, can be freely changed, and you don't even need to be able to see it with advanced observation haki to change it. Monkey D. Luffy is the better representation of freedom than Eren Yeager because he would never go against the concept and become an oppressor, isn't a slave to his own desires, and is free to change his own destiny. Now, this doesn't make Eren any less of a character. At the end of the day, freedom, or more specifically, the drive to seek it out, is just a single aspect of both Luffy's and Eren's character. Luffy doesn't just represent freedom, he and to the same extent his crew, the Straw Hat Pirates, also represent following one's dream no matter the odds, while Eren also represents the futility of fighting fate and was initially a deconstruction of shonen protagonists that turned into a well-intentioned extremist. If you guys agree or disagree, let's get a debate started in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been the Rogue Ranger, and have a nice day.